Oh, man.
Hey, Old Man on the Mat crew, this is Tony Jones coming at you with another great episode of Old Man on the Mat. I'm so excited today. I'm more so than I'm normally excited because of my guest today. As you guys know, I usually wake up in the morning, I find something positive. I don't care how small it is. I will grab that positive thing and I will hold on to it all day. I will run with it. And just because I like to get my wins early and I like to take those wins and run with them. But my guest today, as I said, I'm very excited and I'm very nervous because Patty is somebody, she's a mentor. She's somebody I look up to. She's the heart of Lake County Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She's a giver. As you guys know, she does a lot with the rescue shelters and things with dogs, with animals. She has, I don't know how many dogs she has at home now, but she does toys for tots. She's always giving. She has a huge heart for others. And I think that's why she's blessed a lot, because she does those things not for recognition, but to give, just to give. She was the one that I talked about on one of my first episodes, and where she's the one that was during the darkest time of my life. She would send me random messages, a text here, a Facebook message there, or whatever it was, just saying, hello, how you doing? Hey, we miss you. Hope you're doing well. And those little messages meant a lot to me. They were small to her, but they were big impactful in my life to me. During the darkest time of my life, those things helped me. She helped me a lot. She sent those messages. She showed that she cared. And I'm sure she's done that for other people out there, because everyone that talks about Patty, they think she's a mom. They think she's great, which she is. But, I'm not going to go on all this time because I'm very nervous, but I want to get into this. I'm not going to keep rambling on here, which I'm doing. But with that, guys, we're just going to bring her on, let her roll for a while. With that, I give you Patty Archila. Hey, Patty, how you doing, girl? How you doing, girl?
I'm doing well. How are you, Tony?
Still alive. Still alive. No dirt in my face today. Oh. But, Patty, with everything I said on that, I meant that. I'm going to try my best not to get emotional because I'm a big weenie. I'm a big softie. But you were. I'm telling you, I don't know what led you to keep calling me. I didn't keep calling. You kept sending these random texts or random Facebook message out of the blue, just saying, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. What are you up to? Those little things mean a lot. And I tell you, I believe that with a lot of people, those things help, But I'm going to ask you this before we even get started. What gave you that heart?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I feel like I'm very much like an empath, and I just feel it. Okay, I guess there's fair. Like this weird sixth sense.
That's fair.
I mean, you're not the only person that said it. There's random people that have just said, hey, how did you know? Or how did you know just to send me a message or check in on me?
Yeah.
I guess it's just one of those things. I just noticed a little tiny difference.
That's that heart.
I guess, yeah.
I would say it's female's heart. There's some cold women out there.
No. I can see that too.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, and I hope I don't. But that makes sense, though. I mean, it's just the heart you have, and I can see you around when I'm over at Lake County working out. I see you guys on the mat. I see how you interact with people and stuff, and everybody wants to hug you. I tried hugging Carlos once, but that didn't go well. I think I got thrown across the room.
Yeah, but please don't hug me when you're gross and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's smart.
It's so weird. I do jiu-jitsu, but I have this thing where I can't, if I'm clean, don't hug me when you're gross.
Right. Yeah. I know. Do you roll with anybody without the t-shirt underneath their gis? Please tell me you don't, because I'm not going to name any names, but
I try not to. There's certain people that definitely need to wear a rash guard under their gi. Yeah. And then there's other people that don't. And I know actually there's one guy, there's a blue belt that doesn't wear a rash guard as often as everybody else. Yeah. But I know that he's clean.
Very clean. Very clean. I know who you're talking about. I know exactly. Very clean.
Yeah.
Very clean.
We talk about it all the time. And I know that he takes a shower beforehand and he doesn't come in immediately from work.
Gotcha.
So that's just like the least I can ask for you guys to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys have a clean place. I'm trying to get on subject, but I love your place. It's clean. You walk in. I come in 11 o'clock class and smell like disinfectant everywhere. I'm like, this smells great.
Oh, man. You got to say, you know what? Shout out to the cleaning crew. And then also to my lady, Irina. Oh, she's awesome.
She's on it?
Yeah. She goes and she's like, I bleached everything. And I was like, yes.
That's good. Yes. I don't have the itchies when I leave here. So that's
no itchies. And heck, even my dogs are clean.
Your dogs are amazingly clean. You got a lot of dogs too. I do want to talk about that. I really want to get into that. But first, I want to know, what got you started? What got you started in martial arts? What got you started? Were you in fitness first, or just martial arts, or just what?
Jeez, what got me started? I actually always wanted to do martial arts as a child.
Yeah. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I always wanted to do. I just saw you were whistling at me.
Right.
I wanted to do martial arts as a child, but growing up, my mom's like, no, it's for boys. So I couldn't do that. I wanted to do football. No, it's for boys.
Really?
Yeah.
You wanted to do all those things? Football?
I wanted to do football. I wanted to, do something else. Yeah, I was like a daddy's girl, right? I worked on cars with him. I would sit there.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So then my mom always wanted me to just be a girl, and guess what? I went into cheerleading, but
are you serious?
Too much of a girl. That was too much.
That's awesome.
But I was actually pretty good at it, and I did tumbling, but then I was also crazy because I would just tumble on everything, anything. Cement.
Wow.
Yeah, hardwood floors. We never had any mats, and I just did all of that stuff.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I was pretty athletic, and my nickname in cheerleading was Bull because I was strong.
Bull?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Strong like Bull. Not very girly, but fast forward adulthood. I had a kid. I was going through a divorce, or went through a divorce, and man, I was fat, and I needed to get into something.
Really?
Yes.
I got to find those pictures.
Oh, I was chubby. I was chubby. So then I got into fitness. I started running, but then it started hurting, and then I got into cycling, did that, and then I think it was somewhere around 2010 where my purse was stolen out of the daycare center at the fitness center.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't like on me, but it was, I just turned around there.
It was gone.
It was gone.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was very scared about it because it had my personal information home.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a single mom at that time. So a friend recommended to do, at that time, was very, popular, Krav Maga.
Oh, Krav Maga.
Yes,
Yeah.
Krav Maga, which is a self-defense. It's
it
not
is.
a martial art.
I get it.
And, I did that for a while. And, oh, man, I started, I would find myself getting injured a lot.
Really?
Yes, because it's a self-defense.
Right.
So I would go up, I'd be holding the pads for men who are 200 plus pounds.
And you're a tiny little thing.
I was tinier then. And so they would just go at it, and I would hold it, or they would kind of, not really spar, but you just had to do that. And so I kept getting hurt. And so, but I still went because it was just crazy, right? It's just like a thing where you're just the adrenaline rush. But where I was training at the time, there was 2 levels. Krav Maga was downstairs, and upstairs was Brazilian Jiu-jitsu. And one of the guys there, and I recognized him from college, and he was joking around with me, and he said, "Oh, you wouldn't want to do Jiu-jitsu? It's all guys up there." And I thought, oh boy, this is a challenge. And shout out to Renato, because he got me into it.
Really?
He and his brother, Tony, blue belts at that time, got me into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Did it the first time, sparred, but luckily because they were big brothers, they're very nice. They didn't hurt me at all.
That's good, yeah.
They were coaching me through the techniques that I had no idea how to do. And I got hooked. I just got hooked.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Was it exciting, your first role, or were you nervous? Were you just like, oh, what am I going to do?
Everything and all of it. I was excited, and they let me get those positions. It's not, there was no ego. They were just really trying to get me into it because, hey, you're always hurt all the time. Why don't you come up here? There's a little bit more technique.
Yeah.
It's an art versus a self-defense.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So after you did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, was that in Illinois? That was here in Illinois?
That was in Illinois,
okay.
Yes.
You did that over there for a couple of years, and then did you stay in the whole time? Did you take some time off? Did you stay in, just keep going? Or?
Well, funny thing is that everybody thinks that Carlos got me into jiu-jitsu. He didn't.
Me too. I thought that too.
And funny thing is, I started competing, and then my 2 brothers, the quote-unquote brothers, left, and they just kind of did their own thing, and I just kept going. So I'd compete. And there was one tournament where I was talking to the referee, and I was just looking at other schools because there was so many new people. It's a fresh crop. I've had 3 different versions of it. And I was just done. And I was like, all right, I'm a white belt. I can never progress. And it's not that I wanted to be a blue belt.
Right.
It's just I wanted to progress to see how I can grow.
Gotcha.
And I wasn't getting it.
Gotcha.
And that referee so happened to be Carlos.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Was he giving you special favor at your matches? You know, like she won, but she laid down. She won.
No, because I made sure that it won by submission.
Okay. Good point. Good point. Okay, got it. Got it.
He, long story short, he introduced me to, like, he actually asked me to come over where he trained.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was like, oh, wow. Oh, my gosh, this place is way bigger. Yeah. And there's other females there. And I mean, the first female that I've ever probably rolled with was at a tournament.
Really?
Yes, because the school that I was at, it was so small that I never had any female training partners.
So do you think that's why you're so good right now? Seriously, I'm not blowing sunshine, but I mean, because you started with a whole bunch of guys and the strength and you had to work with that.
No, I kind of consider myself stupid. That's
okay.
Because I was depending more on strength and technique.
Okay.
I think I just got better because there was a point in time when I was a blue belt that I wasn't working for a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so instead of working, I spent more time at our gym because at that point, when I didn't have a job anymore, we opened up the school. We just signed the lease, and then all of a sudden, hey, you're no longer working.
Holy cow! Just dove in.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, you know what? We signed the lease. We opened up the LLC and everything. We're committing to this,
right? Well, yeah, you're in.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
Now what do we do? Oh man,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna back up a smidgen, and don't want to throw anybody under the bus or any embarrassment. How did Carlos ask you out when he first met you? What did he say?
You know what? It wasn't straight off the bat. And,
really?
No, not at all. Because I wasn't interested in going to a new gym.
Yeah.
Dating a guy that was an upper belt, and he was a purple belt at the time, and I was a white belt, and we just became friends.
Okay.
And he was my first contact at the new gym.
Yeah.
And so it was just, all right, cool. Here's this.
Carlos knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Yeah. Yeah, come on, guys know. Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, he was, because he actually, I get a lot of people that ask about significant others and training with them and so forth. And I'm like, Carlos actually really rolled with me very well at first.
At first, until you get really good, he's like, I gotta go.
Yeah, then as grew in our relationship, it was like, uh-oh. I'm like, why is he so mean to me? No, he's not mean to me.
I know
no.
He's not.
No, he pushes me.
Oh,
but,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And was Ian around then? Or is it, how long has Ian been training? Because that kid is a little monster.
Oh, when he does train. So I've been probably, 12, 13 years? And Ian's about 10, 11 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That kid, I'm telling you, every time I roll this kid to this day, he still kills me.
He's so good.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, oh, man, he should be a purple belt at this time, or he should have been a brown belt at this time. I go, yeah. But he doesn't train.
He doesn't kill consistency.
No.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a consistency. He's got the knowledge. He's able to do it. Yeah. But, you've got to put the mat time in there.
Not because he's your kid, you're going to do it.
Yeah, it's not because you're our kid either. That is going to actually set the bar up higher.
Exactly. That kid is good, I'm telling you. But think about this. Now, as we're talking, I'm thinking, he would have never been in it if it wasn't for you getting into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't somebody outside that says, hey, you want to try this? It was you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Do you guys roll at home a lot?
No. Actually, during COVID, we actually don't have any mats at home.
Oh, really? Okay, gotcha.
We don't have a mat down there. We don't have a gym space because we live like 10 minutes away from the gym.
Perfect.
So we just go here.
Yeah.
But during COVID, we rearranged our living room and put a 10 by 10 mat. As opposed to our area rug, we had a 10 by 10 mat.
Oh my gosh.
So we did train a couple times at home.
Hey, stay active.
Yeah. And then it became the dog's play area. So
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, then they're also clean, and I also clean the mats.
Oh, your dogs are very good. Speaking of your dogs, you do a lot of fostering, and you specifically do pits.
No, I do any any dog, but my heart goes out to the pits because they're just, they got a bad rep.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they do. You think a pit is just a monster.
Yeah.
That's what you think, yeah.
And like, I understand that, and I see it. And the pits that I've actually interacted with are the biggest babies.
Yeah.
I mean, my little girl, she's the biggest one of them.
With the pacifier in her mouth.
She uses a binky to go nap. Because if she will not nap and she's like antsy, I'll just stick that binky in her mouth, and then all of a sudden you'll hear her.
She's a big kid, a big baby. Wow.
She is. But yes, my last foster number 19, Mav, he was a pit.
19, wait, 19 you had? Holy cow,
19,
wow.
19 fosters.
Wow.
And that's actually not a lot compared to other fosters that are.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
And I can only do it when I have time.
Yeah.
So it's just based on scheduling.
Okay, gotcha. But you have such a heart, so how do you give them up? You know, when you take care of this dog for so long and you have to shuffle them out to someone else, man.
Yeah, we failed twice. Gordon I took when he was a baby.
Yeah.
But you know, it's kind of like kids, you know? You help them recover, you help them heal, and you show them what life really should be.
Okay.
You know, and you give them that time. All right, this is what love is. And if I kept all my dogs, I'm like, you know, like my father.
Yeah.
He's got so many.
Oh, man.
If I kept every dog, then there's another dog that I can't help save.
That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I really urge everybody, you know, foster at least once.
Really?
Most likely you'll fail, but you have to you should probably write a clause, because right now I have a clause with the rescue I work with that I'm no longer allowed to adopt.
So get them in and get them out quick and follow.
Yes.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Well, my mom, when we were growing up, I think we had foster kids. I'm the youngest of five, so we had foster kids come through. And so I remember those days. It was like, wow, who's this new kid this week? So a new dog all the time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, though. I mean, if we could have done, if we could have fostered kids, that would have been great. Yeah. It's just our time didn't allow it. It's, you know, you have to go through the program, and it's almost like you have to dedicate a whole another 40 hours just every week just to go through the program and get certified.
Really?
I forget what the time frame is, but it's like 20 to 30 hours.
You just can't show up, I want a dog.
No.
Wow, man. There's so much in depth. You see it so much. See them out there, adopt a pet dog. So I'm like, I want a goldfish.
Yeah.
It's easier to take care of the border meeting wherever you go.
Yeah.
But man, so you're doing all the fostering. You have a gym you're running literally full time. This is not a part-time, just on the weekend kind of place. You got a regular job. I call it regular because you're busy all the time. Mm-hmm. One thing I noticed about you and Carlos, where you guys do things, especially you're always looking for things to help other people. So how do you run all that stuff? You do your life like that. When do you sleep?
Never. As I drink my energy drink.
Right.
No, I've actually gotten a lot better with my sleep, because I started to notice that my life was kind of too much stress going on. Yeah. And especially having that third dog, that last dog, it's hard. It's a hard one on my body. Yeah. So really, I dedicate the time, like the sleep time in my schedule, to my dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, because they'll start looking at me. Hey, it's time to go. It's bedtime. So I used to only sleep about, I don't know, anywhere from like 3 to 4 hours a night before.
Wow.
And now I'm finally getting at least 6. Yeah, 6, 7.
Because you fall asleep when they fall asleep, kind of thing, just like we had a kid kind of stuff for the most part at night, or no?
Yeah, kind of. No, everybody thinks I give my dogs personalities, but they actually do have really strong personalities, right. And I get the beady little eyes staring at me. Mom, it's time to go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, but I still don't see how you do it. I used to have a gym too, but we never worked as hard as you guys work here. And I guess it's the proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? You look at what you guys built, because I was over at your old gym. It grew fast. It packed out. Now you're over here growing like crazy. But I don't think people know all the stuff you do behind the scene. Most people just show up and I'm here, but you create an environment for that.
Yeah. And I just really, I do show up and I'm here.
Yeah.
So a lot of the effort, a lot of the work and business section of it is all Carlos.
Yeah.
He really runs like a tight ship when it comes to like business.
I'll get it. Yeah, I get it.
Me, I guess I'm like the mother figure.
Okay, so, I'll call you that. That's good. That's good.
Right. You brought it up where I guess I have that sense where if someone is not having a good day, I'll take them aside. I'm like, hey, everything good?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I go, really? Are you sure? Because, you look a little different from last week or,
that's that heart, man. Time. Wow. Yeah.
And I'll bring this one up because I did that to somebody and I noticed and they actually had some like medical issues and problems that they couldn't figure it out.
They were stressing about it and everything.
Yes. Yeah. And they were just, they were losing weight and all this. And I don't want to talk too much about health.
Oh, yeah.
But I noticed it and they just opened up and I go, hey, you know what? Let me introduce you to so-and-so because they had issues. I don't know if it's the same issue, but at least they can point you to the direction and how they got help.
Gotcha.
Turns out that the other person's doctor was able to figure everything out.
Oh, man. Praise God. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And that's just one.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of connections. And today I just introduced somebody with a similar work background, like what they were doing. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Why don't you two talk? Talk about it. And maybe so-and-so can give you guidance because you're younger, they're older, they're my age.
Got it. Holy cow. But, I see that. So I just hope everybody else sees it. That's seriously, I'm not trying to blow sunshine or nothing like that. But I've seen from different perspectives. I've seen from outside, see as a student, see as a friendship, I see as a student. I see all that. And it's like, and I step in and I'm always just amazed at how this thing runs smoothly. Carlos does the hard, that sounds bad, not the hard part, but the physical part. And you just hold it together. You really do. I mean, I haven't talked to anybody here just over there. 5 years I've been with you guys here, about 5 years, that anybody's ever had any, they don't have to say a word, but never have that look. Like, oh crap, here comes Patty, one of those.
Oh, they have.
No,
they have.
No, they had it in their head, but they didn't express it. I tell you that.
No, they know when it's, when I was back in my competitions schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, at least when I was like purple belt, that was like probably like a peak.
Yeah.
Because I had more tournaments I can do.
Okay.
But when I'm trying to get ready for a comp, watch out. But I've learned to set expectations. So if I have to run a class and I'm not feeling it, I will tell them, hey, you better be on your, be on your best, behavior. Let's not mess up.
Yeah. Because
there will be consequences.
That's fair enough. You give them a warning. I've seen you I've seen you personally compete twice. And I will say, the look in your eyes is a little bit different. There's no love. There's no, hey, come give us a hug. It was like that person's about to die.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's good stuff. Now, you see people with all kinds of medical conditions or, injuries, I would say, like, especially I noticed that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a lot of older people trying to stay involved, right? Mm-hmm. So what would you suggest, to cut out some of the injuries and stuff like that, if there is?
Know your limitations.
Okay.
That's the biggest part because your body, and I had to tell myself this, and I learned the hard way, going back to cheerleading.
Yeah.
I used to do backflips, like back handsprings.
Yeah.
I was able to do 7 in a row.
Okay.
7 in a row.
Okay.
On a hardwood floor and just go at it.
Wow.
Tried doing it in my 30s. Just one. Oh, God. And I hurt myself and I was like, oh my God, why am I doing this?
Wow.
Because your body changes significantly. Yeah. So when you're the state champ or whatever wrestler thingy that you used to be, if you haven't been practicing, you're not going to be able to do that now.
That's right. Yeah.
So just know your limitations.
Okay.
And it's also very helpful to have your doctors train too.
Okay, good point.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't get sponsored by them. I don't do anything with them. I love them, and they've helped keep more students. So I'm doing a shout out.
There you go.
Functional Pain Relief in Libertyville.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Got it.
I owe them.
Really? Okay, good stuff. You go see them a lot over there, or you just when you get injured or before that?
Maintenance. Actually,
maintenance, okay.
what was it, a couple years ago, I had really bad back issues. It's sciatica. Again, it's all these adhesions coming back from 25 plus years ago.
Yeah.
And just adding on and jiu-jitsu and everything. I could hardly walk. Yeah. I feel pain just with one step.
Holy cow.
And Carlos was looking at them. And I think what made him set the appointment for me, basically, he reached out.
He saw you. He's like, yeah.
Yeah. Carissa, she is 100 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
She wasn't, she was mounted, right? Like on top of me.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to just buck her off, just bridge.
Yeah.
I screamed in pain so hard. It wasn't her that caused the pain, but my sciatica was just
couldn't move.
I couldn't move. And if I went to a regular doctor, that doctor would have been, no, you need to stop jiu-jitsu.
Most doctors, and they always say stop stuff. I don't understand that.
Yeah. So, but because I went to functional pain relief, they helped me out. They actually saw the problem and they fixed the problem.
Right.
Yeah, I see you right now.
I am.
Tony, oh my gosh. It's, and I am so grateful for them because I think I started seeing them in July of that year. And I was able to compete again in November. I was able to train, lift weights, and do all this stuff because of them. And I thought that I was done.
Okay. Do they have branches everywhere? And not trying to shout out to those guys, but I want to know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no. It's only just in Libertyville, but they have great hours. I mean, I was going before work.
Wow. Okay.
So I was going at like 6:30 in the morning.
What? I didn't hear what you said. What?
I know.
What? What?
But
you're a busy schedule. Holy cow, man.
And they never said stop. They never said you can no longer do this. They said, all right, we're going to take a break for the first few, like it depends on your
severity, injury, and all that stuff. Yeah.
But I think I had maybe a week off, and then when they were working on it, I was back to little by little training and lifting weights. I mean, I don't lift a lot of weights. I have a personal trainer to help me with that, but I don't know. Is 275 a good for a deadlift or I don't know? That's
a dang good for a deadlift.
Oh,
that's dang good. Okay, I can fold up all this stuff now and go home.
And I don't lift. Yeah, and I don't lift. I don't.
Yeah.
I have to ask how much is after I lift it.
Yeah.
I go, how much is that? I'm like, okay.
Yes. Okay, bebop to the side.
Yeah.
275. That's really good. That says a lot about these guys. They got you to that point.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Wow. Now, are you done competing or are you going to keep competing for a while?
I'm going to try to keep competing for a while. I can only do once a year based on the schedule and the scenario and like who's out there because the older we get as females, the less competitors we have.
Okay.
And in like older in the rink.
Oh, yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah. Gotcha. I remember back, this is way back in college. One girl, Peggy, she was the sweetest lady, but she was older, but she was like 92 pounds or whatever. So every tournament we went to, she was a brown belt. She got first place at every tournament. She competed. I think I seen her once. But she was great. She was always coming to fight, and nobody would fight her. It was crazy. But I get it, though. Now, you're doing all the competing. You have a family, you have the kids. You're doing all these things. Now, here's a negative side. Mm-hmm. What don't you like about all this stuff? What don't you like about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and everything else and the fitness and everything?
I have a long list.
As it rolls out.
The sweatiness of it all, the dirtiness. It's just not having enough time, really.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to get a better schedule because I am pretty busy. And so I do have to keep my schedule pretty regiment.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the biggest things. The other part is that, I don't know, I see it with the newer groups that come in and just because they see us like higher belts, that it goes so easily that they expect, that's where I should be at already. It's the mentality of jiu-jitsu.
Gotcha. And you train with anybody. I mean, anybody come in, you roll with anybody. So you still see that when white belts come in, they'll see you or whatever. They'll still have that same mentality or no?
I mean, they do. Like I'm very selective now. As I'm older, I'm getting closer to mid-40s.
Oh my God, you're old.
I know, I am. I'm really old. But I have to be a lot more selective because, especially a female, especially upper belt, and I've seen this even at like blue and purple. Guys would try to just, let me see where I'm at against this female.
Really?
I was like, geez, come on, dude.
Wow. See, I'm surprised. I mean, well, not surprised. I put like this. I haven't seen any of that here. I never see that here. So you guys flush that stuff out. Excuse me. Quick. So, and you have a lot of women here.
Yeah.
I've been to other places where you see one or two ladies in there, but you have a lot of ladies in there, and they're anxious to compete. They're anxious to train. I mean, they come in all the time. Mm-hmm. Is it just because of why?
The environment. I mean, you lead by example. That's the biggest thing where what I told you, the first female that I rolled with was at a tournament.
Yeah.
And I had no female training partners. I really did not. And the biggest thing with this is that I'm still trying to foster that. Like, I'm trying to help grow the women, community for women.
Yeah.
It's giving them the mentality of, yes, I can do this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a mom. No, you can do it.
Yeah.
Swear. I mean, just know your limitations. And when you're down on yourself thinking, I can't submit anybody. Well, you know what? It's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah.
As long as you're learning, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why we have a lot of women. And plus for the fact that, you know what? My favorite, like my training partner is Nefelli.
Oh, she's Nefelli, yeah.
Yeah, I've been training with her since she was a child.
Yeah.
I remember having to take her to women's open mats and having to sign the waiver for her. And she couldn't drive, so I'd have to go pick her up, take her, sign the waiver, and be like, all right, go train.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
You're so much behind the scene with you. I tell you, that surface, wouldn't think of any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Wouldn't notice any of this stuff. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's in jiu-jitsu. Like, judo's a completely different story.
Different beast, different monster.
That's a different world.
Yeah.
But when it was to jiu-jitsu, I mean, I just took her. And I don't know, she's my baby. A lot of people think that.
Your baby killing people out there.
Yes.
Man, but you just did a women's only open mat.
Yes.
Now, it wasn't one, it wasn't two. It was a ton of women showed up for that thing.
I want to say probably like 25, 30.
Holy cow. Yeah. That's dang good.
Oh, it's definitely dang good because back in the day, maybe at the most was probably 10.
Really? That's the max you had before, the 10 or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this something the ladies you notice they've been asking for? Is this something you say, you know what, let's get these ladies together and work? I see a lot of them still in here working out with the guys. Mm-hmm. But was it just something you just said, hey, I want to see more women come in or whatever?
I used to do a lot more back when we started, when we opened. So 2014, I can remember that I hosted our first women's open mat, and there was probably about 10 or so. And I know that there's other areas like up north in Wisconsin. They had a great, amazing leader up there, and she had her women's group. Yeah. And so, just trying to bring that down over here. And so I would do that. But because my schedule is so difficult, I kind of like stopped in like COVID and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And, I was just tired. But then, all right, okay, ladies, let's bring it back up again.
Yeah.
Let's welcome these newer girls in.
Yeah.
Let's build up the community. And it's just great to see it grow. Also, with the women here at the gym, they may not know the other girls in the different,
That's true.
Different
schools. Classes and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's my job to introduce them. Hey, this is another female from a different school. It's okay. Let's cross train.
Yeah.
And who knows, if you do want to compete, maybe you guys will compete against each other.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They're still friendly. Still, you're not trying to kill each other. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I noticed too that something on the same subject. When what's her name? I think Catherine.
Yeah.
Opened her school. You took the time out of your busy schedule, dogs, husband, school, work, to help her. Just to be an extra hand to help her run her gym.
Yeah.
Till she got on her feet. I still want to know why. I know it's a why. Oh my gosh, you're such a giver, man.
Why? Because Catherine helped me.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a point in time at like brown belt that I was just like, oh, lost.
Yeah.
Because it was COVID again. And so she came here to help teach. And when they were looking for places, she was teaching here.
Wow.
And she was kicking my ass.
Wow.
And I needed that. So my repayment was, hey, let me help you. Oh, at that time before we moved, I'm like, it was about a 30-minute drive.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as bad.
Right. Now it's like
yeah. And then earlier, like mid to late summer last year, it was only a 15-minute drive for me because we were in between homes.
Yeah, so easy. In between homes, are we doing the quotation marks?
Yeah, in between homes there. I was living with my mom with my dogs, sleeping on a twin bed.
Oh man. God. And still training, running things, and doing everything.
Yeah. And then so it was easier.
Holy cow.
But no, her gym is amazing. It's like the program that she's built, oh my gosh. Those kids, I knew the first group, they're still there. It was, I don't know, probably 20 plus kids I just remember.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at the pictures. I haven't been there in a bit, but I'm looking at the pictures. Oh my God, who are all these kids? These are so many. It's amazing. She just has this personality. It just smiley, bubbly.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're training or competing against her, good Lord, watch out.
And dead.
Yes. Dead.
Man. So do you guys think that you guys gonna do are you guys doing like a woman's thing together sometimes, or just what you're doing with your ladies, or just wherever?
Just wherever.
Just wherever.
There's other places. A good friend of mine, she's one who kind of like revamped it.
Yeah.
Really was, or a couple of them was like Eden and Tam, and they is different schools, different affiliations. We just
you guys got a lot of affiliations with people. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool because I've seen you guys go to different gyms. All that. Every time I pop around, there's a new guy popping in the train, and he's like, "Oh, this is my friend from blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Really? You guys know everybody?" But you know what? I think you guys have changed mine personally perception of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because I think I said before, I looked at Jiu-Jitsu before. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is just gym full of dicks. Excuse my friend. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Gym full of jerks. And I came here. First thing I saw when I came over to talk to you and Carlos, you were Carlos was teaching. You walked over to introduce yourself, and it was like, I think I like this place. And that environment, you have no dicks over here except for one guy. I won't mention his name. He's a meanie head. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, right. Me. Oh man. Now, do you have any certain? I'm trying to go. I have so many things I want to ask you. I want to make sure in this time I get it all in. So I don't hope I'm going to rush into anything. But you have any life principles that keep you going? You have anything that you say, this is my motto, this is my motto, or whatever it is?
Oh, I think it's the impact that we have on other people's lives.
Okay.
Since it's Christmas season, I actually never watched it, but It's a Wonderful Life.
You never watched that movie? You gotta watch it this year. You have to watch it. You will love it.
I know. I've never really watched it fully through, but the concept of it.
Really?
And it resonates with me.
Okay.
It's like, it's a what if.
Yeah.
What if we didn't do this? What if we didn't open the gym? What if I didn't compete at this charity tournament?
Yeah.
And I didn't meet Carlos? What if?
Wow.
And that's what gets me. Like, that's what keeps me going.
What if? I like that.
What if I didn't pay attention to you?
Yeah.
What if I didn't text you and it's just been on with my life?
Yeah. I would have gone and done some other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I say, I'm speaking for personal. And I know I said this a lot. I'm not trying to blow sunshine, but you made an impact in my life. You really did. No, I wasn't going to do anything crazy to myself, but I was in a dark spot.
Yeah.
And those little random messages, when I was confused, what am I doing? Oh, go back to the gym.
Yeah.
She said, hi. Hey, how you guys doing? And I know when you would say, how are you doing? I would always smile. I was like, I'm doing great. Even though I was dark.
Yeah.
I know. Just because those little things, man. Wow. If you guys ever get a chance to get around Patty, get in here and get around Patty. I'm telling you, you'll just fall in love from the moment you meet her. You really will, I tell you. And just hear all the stuff in your background. I'm mostly blown away by your schedule, all the stuff you're doing. Now, here, you said something about you were homeless before.
Yes, homeless.
I know, I use quotation marks, but I want to know about that.
So Carlos and I, we were renting out our townhouse, and And okay, I don't like saying this, but we actually ended up building our home. It ended up being a lot cheaper than buying a house that's ready made and having to make improvements and this and that, blah blah blah. Yeah. By all means, we're not millionaires, we're not rich to create our own home. Right. Let's get that straight.
Gotcha.
Because everybody has that preconceived notion. Oh, you build a house. Oh my gosh.
You're filthy rich. Yeah. How do you do it? Yeah.
No, we're pretty modest. No, we are. So the problem is we were going to be homeless for about 3 to 4 months, meaning I kept searching for homes to rent.
Yeah.
But having 3 dogs,
that ain't gonna happen. Yeah.
2 of which are pits. It would cost us more than our mortgage.
Yeah.
And I was like, not doing this. So luckily, I was really grateful that my mom opened up her home. Yeah. It was smaller. It's, you know, it's like old school. It's small in the house. But it was just small. And Carlos was like, and plus it was too far away from the gym.
Okay.
So, we were quote unquote separated and homeless.
Yeah, but that's just
but that's just based on where we were sleeping.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly.
Been weekends, there, we would just hang out and like.
Are you still here?
Yeah, yeah. So, but it was hard for me because I still had to work.
Yeah.
My full-time job, and I needed a place that didn't have disruption, and because of classes, people come in and out and poke in. But yeah, Carlos, on the other hand, oh God bless his soul. He had a full-size bed and slept. He slept at the gym.
Yeah.
Okay. So technically, this is our home. The
but
gym
you know
what?
No home. One knows that. That's the coolest thing. They look at this finished project, not finished, but where you are today. Mm-hmm. They don't. No one knows what goes on in the background.
Oh my gosh.
They never know.
You make the thing that the biggest thing is you make it look easy. Carlos makes it look easy.
Yeah.
He makes it look easy to run the gym, teach.
Yeah.
He makes it look easy.
Yeah.
It is so difficult. He's on the computer all the time, researching. Oh, yeah. Like his knowledge is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
People ask me, or I remember at a party, it was before the matches were online and, you know, you can pull up everybody's match and we're at a party and they were watching Worlds and it was I don't even know who it was, but they were like, you didn't even have their names on there because it was just old school flipboard, everything. Yeah. And somehow they televised it. They're like, who are these people? And I heard someone go, ask Carlos. He knows who everybody is. Like he knows all the competitors.
Yeah.
And he's so modest with it.
He does. He knows all of it. Huh?
He'll say, I don't know who that is. And then all of a sudden he'll like spew out the stats.
That's the guy who choked everybody, did this, everything.
Yeah. And then he'll say, oh yeah, he's going to do this, this, and that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you see it on the...
and he sees him doing this, and that?
On the computer, yeah. You see him this, and that. And then, oh, that guy wins. And I was like, wait, how did you know? And this is, again, at a party. This is before flow grappling. This is before all that. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, well, let me ask you this now. Now, I'm going to ask you mushy things now.
Oh, gosh.
What do you love about Carlos?
Yeah.
What do you love the most? The most. One thing.
He's like teddy bear. He's like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
He is.
He's a grizzly bear. He ain't no teddy bear here.
Yeah.
He's your teddy bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a big old teddy bear.
Okay. That's what he is. Okay. That's what you love most about him.
Yeah.
All right. Got it. Now, what would you say that he loves most about you? If you said it, if you could say, he loves this about me.
Everything. I'm perfect.
Oh my gosh. Should I end that part out? You know?
I think he's like,
well, I don't know. I'm telling you, just looking at you guys, I see you guys work so well together. You got so many things together. I just look, this is a couple that everybody want to look up to. You know, from the outside. I don't know behind the scene, but I look at you guys like, wow.
We're like every other couple. I mean,
yeah.
Come on.
I don't know. I don't know.
We are. I mean, the thing I don't like about social media is because you only see the good.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Everybody's like rose-colored glasses and everything is perfect.
Yeah.
And no, not
That's
everything's
true.
perfect. It's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. We just work on it. And that's the biggest thing. And
work.
Yeah, work.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
With all the stuff you're doing. So work at the gym, right? Work at BJJ and work on your marriage. I should take those notes for next time.
It takes two. It takes two.
It does, yeah.
It honestly takes two.
Gotcha. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, embarrassing question.
Oh, boy.
Another embarrassing question.
What, the dark chocolate?
Yeah, right?
That one? talk about that in a second.
Yeah, we'll go to that one in a second. Before I ask that question, I got another thing. Now, all the ladies you have in your gym, all the people you roll with and stuff, do you, when you talk to the guys, and I haven't heard it, so that's why I want to know. You don't tell the guys to take it easy on the ladies and stuff like that when they come in. When they roll with these guys, Blue and all this other stuff, you never tell the guys, oh, take it easy on the ladies and stuff like that.
Yeah, upper belts, no.
Yeah.
When I say upper belts, it's like blue belts and up.
Right.
Right? No, because by that time they've already known.
Okay.
And I will say, I'd like to mention this. I always give him a shout out. I talk about him. I hate him also for the fact that he moved because I said that I like your girlfriend and he moved for the girlfriend. And now he's getting married.
Dang it.
No, one of my favorite training partners, even when he was a white belt, was he could be north of 350.
Wow.
Yes.
Holy cow. Okay.
At times, I think he was like pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And he was one of my favorite training partners.
Really?
Yes. Absolutely.
You just didn't lay on your smash and all that stuff?
Yeah, he's not. He actually used technique.
Wow, at that size too.
Yeah, he was a football player, but he also was a cheerleader too. At one point, I was
wow.
Yeah.
I was on a pom-pom.
But I think it's just understanding, okay, check your ego at the door.
Yeah.
Because I've had to deal with it before and I hate it. And so you kind of gauge who's going to have that ego, who's not going to have it. Yeah. Are they safe? Are they not safe?
Gotcha.
So I think everybody here understands that, all right, your strength, you're like, I don't know, 10 times stronger than this female. Right. Do you really need to use your
good point?
Strength?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Dude.
Exactly.
Like, if you really want to do that, go compete. Go match it up against somebody your age, your weight, your belt.
Yeah.
Go compete.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And then we've had some people that did that, and I would say, go compete.
And they're gone. Yeah. I want to win every class. So I'm not going to compete.
We don't need that. Yeah. You know why? Because we have a lot of people in ranges from teenagers to, I think there's guys in their 50s that are training here.
Oh, yeah. I know a couple guys who are in their 50s.
Oh,
I know a couple guys.
I keep forgetting.
It's the young thing.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, like, and people have jobs.
Yeah.
I have doctors, lawyers.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody. Yeah. Everyone. And you don't know what their background is.
That's true.
It's just take care of each other.
Yeah. You know what? I was talking to Carlos before. You guys have a lot of law enforcement here, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's, you know what? I've been to places before. They have one, maybe two. But you guys have a ton of here. And I'm like, wow, they come here and they really work out.
Oh, yeah.
What got those guys coming here, you think? Or do you guys put out something for them that got them started coming here?
I think it's understanding that it's safe.
Okay.
You know, like they're actually going to learn practical things, train it, and then also be safe at the same time. Because, you know, I used to have law enforcement guys, oh, I can't do it because I'm going to get hurt. Or, oh, I can bench 300 pounds. And yeah. And I'm like, well, what's going to happen? You know, if you can't use your gun, you don't have the aim. The fight's going to be on the ground. Yeah. And you're going to bench 300 pounds that there's no opposite force coming after you.
Exactly.
Good luck with that.
Exactly. Right. Good luck, right?
Wow. Good luck with that, buddy. But yeah, like, hey, that might be a great podcast.
Yeah.
Get one of the cops. If they're allowed to do that.
If they are.
If they are.
If not, I'll just tell them to come talk to me and I'll record it with secretly. No, I'm just
I think,
man.
Isn't it the law where, you know, if you have another person there, you can actually record it?
Yeah, I think it's a single person. Basically, I can improve it doing myself.
Yeah.
I think that's in this state.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know California has different rules, but I'm not going to.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Let me ask my counsel.
Yeah, right. Oh, Patty, listen. Here's the one. This is and I won't say embarrassing one. This is one I like to ask a question all the time. Okay. Now, tell me something that no one knows about Patty.
Oh gosh, no one knows about Patty.
Oh, then like I said before, no bodies you buried or anything like that.
No, I'm pretty much an open book.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really... no, people know about this, but not a lot of people know about this. You know what? I've gone through dark times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've gone through really dark times. And I think that is a reason why I reach out.
Okay.
You know?
and the person that you needed at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, that's a bit heavy, so I think I'll end with the other thing is the dark chocolate.
Oh God, I was trying to go right past it. I was go right past it. Oh my God.
It was so embarrassing for me and you. Actually, more so for me.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh God, guys.
That was very funny. Oh
no. Did we talk about it? Because I keep saying it, and that's kind of weird.
We'll say that for another time. We'll do it for part 2. Part 2.
Oh God, part 2.
Oh man, because I tell you, Patty, I am so thankful for you coming in and taking the time to talk. I know your schedule. I don't know your schedule every hour, but I know you're busy all the time. And for taking the time to do this, this was probably one of my hardest podcasts to do. Because I tell you, I look at you and I look up to you so much. You meant so much to me. And I'm just like, I'm fumbling all over myself. I talk faster than
No.
But I mean, you mean so much to me. And I'm thankful that you came out, that you allowed this to happen. And I think a lot of people can get out of it, get something out of this, because you see the back end. They don't see the back end. They see the front. Miss Perfection.
No, I'm not perfect.
Yeah, and that's what Carlos told me you were.
Yeah. Okay, how much did he pay you? No, but I actually had a conversation with somebody else, and sorry if I add on to this.
No, go on, girl.
You said you look up to me, and I'm like, make sure it's to a certain point. Don't go beyond, because the person that you should probably look up to the most is yourself. Yeah. Because
I get that.
People never look inward.
Yeah.
And I'm not very spiritual or, talking about all this stuff, but, look at how you as a person and how much you've accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and this is a message for new people.
Yeah.
And even for people who are doubting themselves, jiu-jitsu, life, whatever.
Yeah. Look
at how much you've accomplished, because you get to pick your easy. You can quit and then it's going to be easy.
Right.
But if you don't quit, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But the results, like what you get at the end is so much more.
That's huge. That's huge. That's all. You probably should put all that on the shirt.
Copyright.
Yes, right.
Luke, copyright.
And delete. But that's so impactful, though. That really is, though. I mean, just when it comes to martial arts, I think, and I've been in different martial arts, if you've known, but at this age, I mean, my age, all the things I'm doing, this is the hardest thing I'm doing. This really is. This is some hard stuff. Every day I have to motivate, and not because I don't want to come, but I'm like injuries, and I'm like, all right, Tony, you just it's going to get easier. It really will.
It will.
Mentally easier.
It's a different easy. It's a different level, because really yesterday was easy.
Okay.
Yesterday was easy because it's done and over with.
There we go. Yeah.
And it may not get easier. It's going to be different.
Yeah.
Easy is going to be complacent and doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like pretty deep.
That is deep. Oh my gosh. See, you keep throwing out nugget after nugget after nugget. I got to get some more questions asked you. I don't have a bunch of them, but we'll say those for part 2.
Okay.
Patty, you've been amazing as usual. I'm shocked. I'm stunned. No, I'm not. But this has been great. I've been excited to get you on. I've been talking about it. I was trying to get you and Carlos on together. And I said, you know what? I'd rather just talk to Patty. Because I hear Carlos yelling all day. Every class he's yelling. I heard his voice enough. Not enough. But I appreciate you more. Guys, this has been Patty Archila sitting in here with Old Man on the Mat. Guys, a lot of stuff is coming down. It's the holiday season. Keep working out, right?
Keep working out.
Keep training.
Donate. Toys or Tots.
Yeah, all the stuff she's into. Listen to this stuff. Listen, she does so much. She's a giver. And I know it's like, you guys think you give. She's a giver. And that's why I think she's blessed with so many things. She's such a giver, have a giving heart. And it's not for recognition. It's just she's a natural giver, guys. But with that, we're going to say goodbye. And don't forget, our merch is all out there. We have some, I keep saying, some softer colors for the ladies. We're working on some sayings for the ladies. But guys, we got a special going on. You have to send me an email to get it at info@oldmanonthemat.com. Let's see if you guys are listening to this. See, always throw little nuggets out. But guys, I will challenge you to do something great for somebody else today. No matter how bad you have it going, take one time to smile at somebody else. Tell them to have nice shoes, nice hair. Just give something positive out. You'll get a lot in return. All right, guys. With that, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much, Patty. Appreciate you.
Oh, man.